Thousands of football fans in Lincoln, Nebraska cheered for the life-saving efforts of a young boy of Jace Kobe during the game this morning for the Pioneer Hero Game. In the early morning hours of Monday, September 1st, a fire broke out at a home in rural Granville, Iowa, in Sioux County. Inside, 5 kids, all students at MOC Floyd Valley, were sleeping. The fire department said then 11-year-old Jace Kobe escaped the fire and drove his four-wheeler more than a mile to the neighbor's house to get help. Firefighters rescued the 4 teens that remained inside the home. 3 of them later died from injuries sustained in the fire. 16-year-old Colton Hoffmeyer, 16-year-old Briley Kobe, and 17-year-old Ashton Kobe. A 4th teen, 16-year-old Luke Lancaster, survived. Jace Kobe was honored for his role today during the halftime at the Heroes game. KTIV's Jason Moeller was there and shows us how they honored the hero.
The annual football game between the Iowa Hawkeyes and the Nebraska Cornhuskers is known as the Heroes Game. And due to that, the Hawkeyes and the Huskers bring out a hero from each state to be honored in front of more than 80,000 fans out here at Memorial Stadium this year. And that includes Jace Kobe from Granville.
I'm having a lot of fun. It's a good game.
The roars of the crowd were ringing all throughout Memorial Stadium for the Heroes Game between the Nebraska Cornhuskers and the Iowa Hawkeyes. But in Skyline Club Box 710, a true hero was taking in the game.
It's been cold. I've been very nervous to walk on the field, it's been exciting.
Jace Kobe was chosen as the hero to be honored from Iowa after his actions in the middle of a house fire on September 1st saved the life of Luke Lancaster. With the honor came a VIP treatment in Lincoln, sweet seats, plenty of food, and the opportunity to get on the field and be honored in front of thousands of fans at Memorial Stadium.
I was shaking. I was very nervous. And there's 85,000 people there.
I was nervous, but just very excited for him. He was very pumped up to go out there on the field, and just to celebrate him was just wonderful.
From walking onto the field at halftime,
Jace Kobe is a true hero and an inspiration to us all,
to taking in the Hawkeye win from a suite, made even better spending the time with friends and family.
It means a lot because how many members of my family are coming. So there's over 50. So
I'm just very proud of him on how he's handled everything from that day and on. He's been such a sweetheart, and he's been wonderful with all these interviews and talking with people, and he's been doing a good job.
Kobe will have his name put on the Heroes Trophy, forever being etched into a rivalry and forever being recognized as a hero. In Lincoln, Nebraska, Jason Moeller, KTIV Sports Force.
Luke Lancaster, the other survivor from the fire, also calls Kobe a hero, crediting him with saving his life. Now Lancaster said he plans to put use to his second chance, looking into going into a career field to help save others.